Hey guys, so today's video is gonna sound a little weird and be a little bit weird because I am having a really hard time talking, so I can't really smile or like move my lips too much. I know this is gonna look ridiculous, like, oh my god, I feel like a person who has just gotten lip injections. Especially like a few days ago because my lips were so swollen, and I'll insert a picture of like the last day that they were swollen. They weren't so bad. I was in a lot of pain. So basically this week I didn't make any videos or really do anything other than lay in bed because I had a reaction to one of the medications that I was on. I don't know which one. Hold on, let me take a drink of water. I just want to like adjust the camera and make myself look somewhat okay because this is the first day that I am like actually like somewhat functioning as a human being. This has been the worst week since I started treatment. This was worse than the treatment. I would go back and do the treatment again than have to deal with what I dealt with this week, because this was by far one of the worst weeks since I found out that I have severe aplastic anemia. I'm so glad this week is over though, because this was like seriously the worst fucking week and I couldn't do anything. Like I just laid in bed all week and just took Dilaudid, which is like a stronger form of morphine, and I literally just slept for like a week, and anytime I was awake it was just pure agony. So I'm on a bunch of different immunosuppressive drugs that is a part of my treatment, and these drugs have really intense side effects. Some of them are annoying, like excessive hair growth, growth of gum tissue, tremors, but some of the side effects can be really hard to deal with. Some of these side effects can be life-threatening, and one of the medications I am on has, in small percentages of people, been shown to cause severe rash that requires hospitalization. And I started developing a rash this past Monday. So when I told my research doctors about it, they kind of freaked out and they took me off the medication, which really bummed me out because that was the medication that really bumped up remission rate, and I was devastated. It's scary to think that this won't work because I still don't know if I have a bone marrow match. I discontinued one of the medications, and then they also took me off of antibiotics, which I was on as a preventative because I have no immune system. So the antibiotics were a potential culprit, but they were worried that it was also due to one of the treatment medications I was on. On top of developing a rash, I would find myself sometimes scratching it, just lightly, not like digging into my skin, but sometimes I would just like lightly graze my nail across like the areas that were itchy. And I was putting tons and tons of hydrocortisone cream on. I was putting a different cream, I forget what name of the cream is. I was putting all types of creams on. I was really doing my best to not touch any parts of my body. On top of getting a reaction all over my body, my lip, my mouth, my gums, my tongue, and my throat became swollen to the point where I could barely swallow, so I had to be given IV Benadryl. And on top of getting hives around my body, I also developed like weird bumps inside my mouth and on my gums and on my tongue, which became like extremely painful. I could not eat. I couldn't eat. I still can't smile because it hurts. I couldn't swallow. Like, it was excruciating. Like, when you have oral pain, it affects every part of your day-to-day life, because like you use your mouth for like pretty much everything, like communicating, eating, drinking, breathing. So it was horrendous. Like, I would not wish this pain upon anybody. At the beginning of the week, I had like 6 or 7 open sores that felt like razor blades all over my mouth and tongue, on top of it being swollen. So it's like, no matter what you do, you're just in constant pain. Those sores have now gone down, so I can actually talk, but like, I've been on a liquid diet. Like, I can only eat soup through a straw. So it's been shitty. And you know, I've been put on very heavy painkillers. I'm on a lidocaine rinse for my mouth, and I'm getting better, so that's good. And my rash has for the most part gone away, but because the rash all over my body has been subsiding, I'm now left with these burst capillaries and blood vessels all over my body, which are called petechiae. And I'll show you guys a picture, but as you can see, you know, slightly here, I have it all over my chest. And it looks really, really scary. Like, when you see it, when my mom saw it, she was just like, oh my god, like, it's so, ooh, just weird and gross. So I'm just dealing with a lot of stuff right now, and it makes me sad because this week I really wanted to make videos, and like right now my ability to make videos is the only thing that makes me feel normal and happy. It's like the only thing that can trick my brain into like thinking that I'm okay and that I'm gonna be fine, and it gives me like a sense of purpose every single morning that I wake up. So like this past week I was just useless, just sitting in bed on painkillers, and like I couldn't do anything that I loved. Like, I couldn't talk to you guys, I couldn't talk to my friends. I just laid there in pain, and it made me so much more grateful for my ability right now to get up and get dressed and like put on makeup and talk to you guys. So I'm just like, I'm still reeling from my really shitty past week, but I'm glad that like the pain is subsiding and this week is coming to an end. And I know it's been a shitty week for a lot of people, and that's what like I also keep in my mind, that even though I'm going through this pain and I'm sick, like there are other people, younger people, older people, who are dealing with worse things, who like have terminal illnesses that are, you know, even more devastating. People who have lost everything as a result of the hurricane in Texas, and people who are going through the hurricane now in Florida and in the Caribbean. And you know, a lot of people have been through a lot this past week, so I keep that in the forefront of my mind, that I'm not alone. Like I can't keep having this like woe is me attitude, because there's a lot of people struggling for a variety of reasons, and I just have to remain strong and just tough it out. And you know, I'm weathering this storm right now, which is my own like psychological, physical storm that's going on in my body. This is like Hurricane STEPANKA rolled in and just decided to like wipe out my blood cells and make me feel like shit. But you know, there's a lot of people going on. Okay, what I guess what I'm trying to say is, everyone's going through some shit, and I know it's hard to say, oh, just be strong, you can do it, you're gonna be okay. I have all of my friends texting me left and right, like, Stephanie, you're gonna be fine, you're gonna be okay, I know you're gonna be okay. And sometimes it can get annoying because I don't feel fine, I don't know if I'm gonna be fine. But I guess when you're in a situation like this, you really don't have much of a choice. I think when you're sick or when you're going through something hard in your life, you have either two choices: be miserable and hate life and feel sorry for yourself, or you have the choice to be strong and mentally resilient. And by being strong for yourself, you're also being strong for other people. You're setting an example. Like, for example, my mom has been so strong and incredible during this entire sickness, and I know it's affecting her a lot. Like, my mom doesn't show it. She doesn't show that she is sad because she needs to be strong for me. But I know that like when she's alone, this really, really devastates her. And I know that she cries when she's alone, and she doesn't want to show it to me because she doesn't want it to affect me. But she's just trying to be strong for me. So I need to be strong for me, but I also need to be strong for other people who are going through things, so they can see that if I can get through this, then you guys can get through whatever it is that you're going through, no matter how crappy it is. So that's just gonna be the message for today's video. I love you guys so much. Thank you all for your support and love, and thanks for sticking by me through this sickness. If you guys want to keep in touch with me, I have my Instagram that I'm on once in a while. And yeah, so that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.